Hello all. I thought I'd better do another reading because after talking to a friend yesterday, she referred me back to the reading that I did in January, and it just seemed to me that that it was a very clear message about the fact that, you know, as a collective we've manifested, you know, what's happening at this very moment, and it's taking ownership. This journey is always about taking ownership. No matter what happens, it's understanding that it's happening to us and not around us. Everything is happening within. So whatever is happening on the outside is actually the journey within. It's very, very easy to blame. It's very, very easy to point the finger. It's very easy to point out who's doing wrong things. It's you know, it's easy to say people deserve this, people deserve that. But this is just a moment in your life, yeah. It's just a moment, and it will pass. This moment will pass. So what you've got to do is just try to stop looking outside for the blame. Try to stop trying to figure out, you know, what's going to happen exactly. Trying to figure out the exact route of where this is going, the final outcome, the last day that, you know, we're going to be confined to our houses. And just start to think what you can do with this moment you've been given, because you've been given a different moment, you've been given a different experience, and it's how are you going to use this experience to shape the rest of your life, because there's a reason why the experience happened. And straight away as humans we turn to it's to do with pain. We reject pain. Pain's not part of us, so we just wait till it passes. We endure it, we suffer with it, and then when it passes, we get on with our life and we take all the endurance and suffering with us from the experience. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to experience happiness, yeah? We're here to experience being human and understanding that to be human means to experience every feeling. Every generation goes through this same thing. Every generation goes through a moment where it feels that everything's been taken away. But every generation fights through it with love, and every generation grows from it. And that's what we are doing. We are growing. We are in love grown. We're grown from all the love before us, and, you know, we're still growing into all the love to come. And at the moment we are experiencing a life experience, but it is happening to us and not around us, okay? So let's see what these cards say after I've babbled. So there you go, the woman with the power, the feminine energy, so what I see here is that the fact that this is about owning your power and knowing that it's a part of life. It's a part of, you know, the circle of life. You cannot stop it from happening. But this hasn't happened for what it seems like. This isn't like a evil that's taken upon the world. This is to do with love and happiness. This is to do with bringing people together that should be together, and it's to do with leading you to your happiness. What you are seeing, you are allowing your reality to shape, but you are in charge of your own reality, and you choose what to see, you choose what to seek. If you want to seek love, you will find it. If you want to seek people, if you talk about people that are doing wrong, your reality will always point you to people that are doing wrong. If you talk about the hurt and the pain that's going on at the moment, your reality will always point you to that hurt and pain. If you decide that this is to lead you to love, your reality will start leading you to love and happiness. So yeah, there's a bit of a frustration at the moment, but again, it's because you're not feeling fully in control of your own power. It's very easy to not feel responsible for what's happening, and it's also about, you know, feeling protected at this moment in time. You're wanting the freedom of what you had before, but you've got so much responsibility at the moment, and it's to do with love. It is to do with your responsibility to love and your responsibility of love, you know, but it's knowing that that is what protects you. It's a love that protects you. So then you've got the seer here. This, I see this, the, you know, the masculine and the feminine energy. But you've got a mourning card there. So I'd say at the moment, you've got frustration here. So it seems to me there's a separation between either your masculine and feminine energy. It could be that if you're a woman, it could be that you're becoming a washer with your emotions and you need to get back in touch with the masculine part of you, and understand that you need both the masculine and feminine in balance in order for you to find this happiness and this love. It could be as a man that you are finding that your fire has caused you to look externally instead of internally, which obviously has caused frustration because you can't actually, maybe you've tried to change other people rather than change, you know, the situation within you. You've seen it as other people's fault. It's, you know, it's caused frustration, but it's also caused a separation, okay? So this could actually be a separation of people. It could be that you've separated from somebody very recently. It could also be, you know, you're separated through this situation. But with the mourning card there, I'd say whatever's caused this separation, it's like it's done with now. It's like you're not going to put any more energy into it, yeah? And you know that in the future, this is going to lead you to a brighter way. But also here, what you've got underneath this protection is the Great Bear. And in the previous reading when I did this, I was unaware at the time that the way I spoke about this is kind of what's going on at the moment, this energy that's stopping us from leaving our homes, that's making us have to look within, that's forcing us to change our world. So this energy is still, at the moment, obviously, stopping us from doing the things that we feel we want to do. This is about going back and asking what is really important to you. Jealousy can't be down. Okay, so I see this as it's like somebody either watching over you or has control over you that has quite judging eyes. This could be the energy that's stopping you from finding your balance. The reason why this energy could be in your life is because it's attached to ancestors, is attached to previous relationships, family members from the past. You've recognised this energy, and what happens when you recognise energy, it feels familiar. And this is why we find ourselves in relationships where we don't really have the same views as the other person, because what we find is we get drawn towards what we need to learn. We get drawn towards what our heart tells us. And, you know, when you're a child and you're actually brought up in an environment where there might be figures around there that show their power in different ways, and it could be that you felt at that moment in time that you didn't receive the recognition from that family member or from that person, whoever it was. And then what happens is you don't realise throughout your life you're constantly trying to please that energy. You're actually in search of that energy, so you can prove that, you know, you were right, that if you love them enough, then they'd see you, they'd understand you. But the lesson to learn is the fact that, you know what, there's people in your past that have been full of love. There's people in your past that you've looked up to and admired. So it's about making a conscious decision that you don't want to prove anything anymore. You don't want to validate yourself to anybody from the past or the future. And what you're going to do now is think about people from the past that you've loved. Think about those energies and say they are the energies you want in the future. If you can see, like, above you, it's like the clouds of thoughts from everybody you've ever known. And every time you see something in your reality and recognise it as you, it's because you recognise it from all these thoughts and people from the past. But if you're doing it on an unconscious level, then you'll just feel recognition. Yeah, you'll just feel that you should be with them, but you won't know why. And it won't be till later that you'll realise that their actual energy reminds you of people from the past. And then it starts to click, you know, that maybe the reason you're with them is because you couldn't accept in the past that you weren't accepted by that person. And once you understand that you are accepted, you don't need to prove anything. Yeah, get rid of this this feeling of lack and move on to start seeking the love that you had in the past. Seek that for the future, because that's the people that you really connected with. That's the people that really saw you, and they can come back in another person's eyes. They can come back in another situation, but you have to call them back. You have to be aware of what you're doing, because at the moment it feels like you're swimming upstream. You do feel like you're not getting anywhere. You are struggling at the moment with this you know, this feeling caged in, this feeling like you can't do what you want to do. Okay, let's get another layer on. So at the moment, there's probably a few of you that are actually kind of keeping, you know, that the British keep your chin up, that kind of thing, and you're not actually showing, you know, people around you how insecure you're really feeling about all this. Right in the middle, you've got the nervous energy, the sparrow. It's like if anybody comes near it, you're just waiting for the energy that you're feeling at the moment needs to be addressed. This balance that you need to reach, you need to reach it. Because at the moment you're too nervous, and all it takes is one little, you know, boo from somebody and you'll fall down. You know that. You know that you're feeling this at the moment. You're feeling like you're wanting to celebrate. You know, you're wanting to go out. You're wanting to use your creativity. But also you're feeling like nothing's going to change. You're feeling like it's always going to be like this, and it's not. It's not always going to be like this. What we should be doing now is planning for our future, because we create the future with our minds. This is a big challenge, yeah. But what's going to happen is there's going to be so much created from this situation for good that that it's going to be forgotten just like that. And we're not going to realise how quickly it's going to get forgotten. But what is going to be remembered is the love that happens in these moments in time, the things that are being created. I mean, for example, this is just a small thing, and this is to do with protection, really. The fact that, you know, in England, the amount of shopkeepers that have been attacked over the counter by people, yeah. I mean, God knows how many per week in Blackpool alone, because people get drunk, you know, and they don't always necessarily think about other people when they've been having a drink. And so shopkeepers have been feeling really vulnerable, you know, but nothing's really been done about this, you know. So what happens is this you know, coronavirus comes out, and within weeks, you go into shops now and they've all got the plastic, you know, counter protection up for the staff. So what's happened is something terrible has happened, but what's been created for it is protection for these staff in the future. I was speaking to a woman, you know, in the shop yesterday that was serving me. She says she feels so much better now. She feels so much more protected having that little piece of plastic in front of her than she did before. So for them, already, they're starting to see these changes. You're starting to feel the changes as well. You're starting to see these little sparks of love around. But because, look, the bird there is turning away from this. The bird there can't see that's called the breath of life, and then you've got the spark of life in these corners, the aces, the new things, the new things happening. But it's very hard to see them if you think that nothing's going to change, because these are change, and you have to believe that there's going to be a change before you actually see these changes happening. Because the only thing that you can see in your reality is what you believe in your reality. And if you're in this energy of, you know, you staying strong and not letting anybody know that you feel this insecure, then you're going to be too busy thinking about your dark thoughts to see all the good that's around. So there is things to clear now, and it's about the thoughts. It's about thoughts that you have, and it's about knowing that peace is the most important thing to you. It's getting back in touch with the fact that, again, you've got, I'd see this is like getting back in touch with your power, your strength, and knowing that you can move mountains, yeah? It's knowing that the collective energy, yes, if you are unaware of it, that collective energy will tell you what to think. But if you are aware of the collective energy, then you can choose what to think, and you can remove all the thoughts that don't serve you. You can start to see the love that's around. You can start to feel your peace. Because when all's said and done, we are here to find our peace, and everything we go through, every cycle, is just because the peace needs to be found again, yeah? We go from peace to chaos to peace again. But in order for that to happen, you have to go through the cycle of life. So there's an energy that needs to be removed in order for you to find love, in order for you to see yourself in the world around you. You need to remove all this energy that doesn't serve you. This could be a person, a situation. It could be your own thoughts. This could also be about you. Let me just have a look at the bottom card. Yeah. It's about where you're going to place your generosity in the future. It's about making decisions now as to where you belong in the future. Because, sorry, I have to put them out. And then the transition card, sorry, I keep wanting to put more out. Yeah. So now is a time to not think, right, I'm waiting for things to go back to how they were. Because things are not going to go back to how they were. Things are going to be more, things are going to be better than how they were. Yeah? There's going to be more generosity about, there's going to be more respect about, okay? There's going to be more meaning. There's going to be more meaningful conversations. You know, the conversations that warm your heart, the true connections, yeah? Not these meaningless connections anymore. It's like talking to people and it actually meaning something, yeah? People putting feeling into the words. There's going to be a big transition. But what you need to understand at the moment, if you look at this card here, I'll just bring it up a little bit. Is that focused? Yeah. It looks like he's on a boat, okay? This is kind of your energy at the moment. It's like understanding you are that figure in the boat, and you're covered at the moment from all the love that's around, because you can't see, because the fear, because the darkness, because this energy is holding you. But if you look closer, that is actually a swan. So this is leading you to peace, but you have to see things differently. You have to look at your life differently and understand that this is about you, knowing that this journey is about you, okay? Right, let's give some... Let's get some advice cards out. Let's see what they have to say. Start with these. I've got the Angel Crystal cards and the Energy Oracle cards. Oops. No, I'm not going to take them. It came up too quick then. It's because I struggle to, because I've put them both together. I do struggle to shuffle these ones. Let's just give it a go. Okay, let's just... Oh. Come on, cards, let's give you a good shuffle. What are you going to tell us? Right, I'm just going to pick them out here. There you go. Healer of Ages. I think that's come out for a reason, because there's an important message we need to see at this time. Some of you might be seeing it now. Some of you might still be blind because there's so much fear around at the moment. But we're at Easter time, and I'm not a religious person in the way that, the conventional religion is. I'm a spiritual person. And spirituality is believing in every God, in the way that we are all one, one God, and understanding that we have within us the power of creation. We are the Son of God, yeah? And what this is showing us now is the Jesus that's all around us, okay? Now, Jesus is... he sacrificed himself. The Lord, the story is, the Lord sacrificed his only son. Yeah. But I think what we need to realise here is that we're doing this every day with people. Yeah, we're doing this every day with people who care. We're allowing people who give and give and give to sacrifice. Some of these people will sacrifice all their lives, and they will never receive their love back in return, because as a collective thought, we are allowing that to happen. As a collective thought, we've forgotten our true values, we've forgotten our true beliefs. We've allowed the narcissist to arrive in this society. We've taken that energy on and we've accepted it. And the reason we have accepted it is because for some reason we believe now it's more important to please people than it is to please ourselves. We are allowing this sacrifice to take place. We are allowing every day for the Lord to sacrifice his only son. Yeah? We're allowing that to happen. You look at the doctors and the nurses now, you look at the shopkeepers, you look at the intricate web that's weaved in society and how important every single person is. From the person that picks litter up on the street to the brain surgeon, they are connected. Without that, there is no other. And this is understanding now what... Sorry, I think the dog's going to bark. Please don't bark, buddy. Understanding now what is important to you. What do you truly believe? Do you truly believe that giving to another receives its own rewards, yeah? Giving to other people is what we're here for. Do you understand that love, do you believe that, love will see us through all? Because at the moment, I think what's happening is people have been living their life, they've been going along, plodding along, not really truly thinking about the core values, not realising that every time they allow someone else's reality to change their beliefs, they're actually knocking away their own core truth, okay? The core truth that you had as a child, that belief that anything is possible. This is what we've got to return to now. No longer thinking, you know what, it always happens that way, so it always will. People are cruel, they always will be, there's nothing you can do about it. You give, you never get back in return, that's the way it goes. There's some people, they'll never survive in life because they're just giving all the time, And this, you have to give for free. You have to give for free. You have to prove your worth for free before you ever get anywhere. All these little ideas, all these thoughts, that's all they were, thoughts and ideas. They're not set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. Yeah? Your reality changes all the time. But in order to understand that your reality changes all the time, you have to see that you are allowed to change your reality all the time. So if you don't think that you are actually living from your core beliefs now, return to them. It's time to return to them. Because you are the healer of ages. It starts from you. You know, people talk about the chosen one and people on the spiritual path, and they see themselves as different. It's like everybody's chosen. You're chosen because you choose to be. That's the only thing that makes you chosen. You choose to be chosen. So you are the chosen one unchosen, or you are the chosen one. Either way, you're chosen. Right, let's try and get a few out now. Look at that divine intervention. So, what do we have here? We've got divine intervention, okay. So this is about knowing that what's happening at the moment, yeah, there's miracles happening everywhere. There's miracles happening all around, and you have to be open to these miracles. Here it's talking about an important life passage. He's talking about weddings, birthdays, graduations, but to be honest, I would say this is you opening your heart chakra, yeah. Look, you've got it here as well. You need to open your heart chakra so you're open to these blessings that are all around, yeah. This is you understanding that what's happening in your life at the moment is an important life passage. It's an important lesson to learn. It's knowing that you are in control of your own power. You've got to utilise your God-given strengths and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. This is what is so important right now. Your health and happiness and abundance require a gentle approach to life. You need to be gentle on yourself. You need to be gentle on others because everybody is you. All these people that you're judging are actually you, yeah? All these people that you think are doing the wrong thing, they're you. All these people that you look up to, they're you. And it's understanding that everybody needs to work together now. Everybody needs to connect and understand that we're all part of life. We are not here. You know, this isn't our life. We are life, yeah? The whole of us creates life. What happens in the moment is life, and that moment is created by every single person around. It's not just created by you. Your reality, your true belief creates your reality, and that's what you see. But the life experience is one as a whole, as one whole. It's not one that you take on your own. He says you can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing they contain. So go back to the reading we were talking about previously. Go back to what you truly need to understand about ancestors as well, about where you're giving your energy to and where your energy belongs. Open up your true light, you know, the true light that connects you. It's about, you know, when you're having clarity of thought, you getting into the mindset that you do have control of your thoughts, yeah? You don't have control over what happens in your environment, but you have control over your thoughts, you have control over your feelings, yeah? This situation that is happening right now, it's very, very easy to remove all your beliefs from before, your beliefs that you had before, that you could create your own reality. I think a lot of people were like there. And you've got to see it from, we look at the full round, you know, aspect here. This could go either way, really, couldn't it? People could everyone just fall down into the depths of depression, and could we stay in this situation forever? Could that happen? Is that possible? To be honest, I don't think it is, because everything balances out. But it's knowing why this has happened in the first place, and the reason why it's happened is something in your life, you, nobody else, something in your life needs to change. Whether that be that you need to reconnect to your true power so you can create the future that you truly believe that you want to see. Because a lot of our beliefs at the moment, they could be so easily swayed. We could pick up on the dark energy. We fear that we're gonna end up ill. You know, there's this death around. We fear this, but the more we fear, the more likely we are to pick up this energy of death, because what we're doing is we're picking up dark energy, and the more dark energy you have in your body, the more susceptible you are to illnesses, diseases, anything that's going on in the atmosphere. The vibration you feel when you're on the lower vibration, if you can imagine, it's like, imagine the black at the bottom and the white at the top. So you're walking along, and when you're in the low energy, you can only see the bottom because that's the only energy you resonate with. So you pick this black energy up, and that black energy brings you down. It makes you feel low, it makes you feel ill, it makes you not function, it makes you not eat properly. And before you know it, you're feeling ill and you're picking up these illnesses because you've attracted them. They recognise your energy. Okay, so if you can start to get in control of your own power, raise your vibration. If you look at, the frequency of vibrations and how different the vibration is from when you're feeling low to feeling high, you'll see how the high energy, if you can get into the higher vibration of seeking love, seeking happiness, knowing that everything happens for a reason, allowing things to take place, going with the flow, looking within, taking advantage of the silence, appreciating what you have already. This is bringing you onto the higher vibration. And this is why people say, you see some cocky people on the spiritual journey saying, I'm safe because I am full of white. I am full of glow. No, it's not about that. It's about raising your vibration and keeping your vibration high. Yeah. Just because you're on the spiritual path, it doesn't mean you're safe. You still have to keep your balance. You still have to protect yourself. You still have to keep yourself safe. I mean, to sit there not washing your hands and walking out and dancing around saying I'm protected, that is just doolally, isn't it? Because what happens is you put the belief in your head, I am safe, and the universe guides you to safety. So yes, you are safe, but the reason you are safe is because the universe has sent you to your house. The universe has asked you to wash your hands, yeah? The universe has not asked you to live in fear. The universe is keeping you safe. Right, what shall I bring out now? Let's bring out some Zen cards. I love my Zen cards. Okay. Change. Yeah. That was trying to come out in reverse. It's about, you fighting against change, but knowing that we are all connected, yeah? And this is about putting the pieces together in order for us to stop living this life of ordinariness, to stop seeing people suffering that are so caring. It's about stopping this, yeah? We're going to create a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This, yeah, the Fool. This is about stepping off now and trusting the path, yeah? Knowing that you are slowing down, but letting go of the need to control the situation and taking the guidance from within, okay? But what's going to happen after all this? I truly feel the world is going to recognise goodness. The world is going to recognise care. Because for too long now, we've taken things for granted. We've accepted that caring people care. And we've accepted that caring people will give and give and give until they can't give any more. And how we've accepted that is by keeping these people on a level, okay? Many people in the caring industry, the giving industry, the hospitality industry, they're all on a level of wage. They can only keep their life on that level. They don't move higher because they're stuck on that level, and they're stuck there because they're doing something that they really care about, and they don't want to leave that. They don't want to progress to make more money. They just want to care. So they stay on that level, and society allows it, yeah? And that person, in their job, they can change so many lives for the better. They can change people's thoughts. They can change people's hearts. They can heal people, yeah? And those people go on with gratitude for them, and they live a full and happy life. They live a life on a higher level most of the time than the people that have given them this support, that have given them this care. because they stay on a level so they can give it, and all these other people benefit from it. So I think what we're going to start seeing now is a basic wage, but we're going to see more than that now. I mean, you have the estate agent that gets commission, yeah? When they do a good job, they get commission because they've made somebody feel happy by getting them a house. But what is more important to us as a society? Is it a house or happiness in our heart? Is it caring? Is it giving? Is it how somebody makes you feel? Or is it what something looks like, okay? Can these people not get the rewards they deserve? Do these people not deserve a better life? Do these people not deserve to live an abundant life? How can we as a society pick the people that can give the most? How can we pick these out and give them more? Because by giving these people more that give, you can guarantee that those people will give to others. If we continue how we are in society, we'll continue creating narcissists, we'll continue creating people who are obsessed with money, yeah? We'll continue giving an abundant life to all these people that are obsessed with making money and buying material things. If we can step back now and just see, right? When something's happened in this world, how quickly has money arrived? How quickly have we found money to build hospitals, to support people, to give people, you know, assurance for the future? All this money has just come from nowhere. We already have a pot of gold. We already have a pot of gold. And now, as a whole, we need to start unveiling this pot of gold and giving it. Give, and giving it to the right people. Stopping this collective thought that givers will just give until they can't give anymore and they'll always get trodden on. It's a collective thought. And what a collective thought does, it blocks things, yeah? It means that people, caring people, can go on a caring journey on their own. They can give to other people in awareness, and they will always go where they need to be. They will always find their abundance, but it might take years, because they're always fighting this collective energy that people who give don't get anywhere. They're fighting this collective energy that, you know, they'll always get trodden on, that they have to prove themselves before anything happens, that they have to give things for free, okay? They do get there on their own, but if we can change a collective thought, all these carers, all these givers, all these nurses, all these doctors, they will all get the abundant life they truly deserve for the brilliant things they're doing, for the lives that they're changing. Right, I think I'm going to stop there. I think I've said enough, and I hope it gives you some peace of mind. And all I can say is this is really about you. It's really about looking within and seeing how this is going to change your life for the future, for the better, because it will do. It will do now. Slow down, but not only slow down, be ready. Be open to anything. You know, be ready to jump. I keep talking about jumping, I just thought I'd mention it there. It's about jumping now. It's about jumping to a higher perspective, okay? Take care, everyone. I send you all love.